Hi guys, this is Raman Verma and welcome to my YouTube channel Himalayan Tale. Today I'm going to show you how to DIY these handmade paper that I have recycled them out of newspaper. And trust me, these are fun to make. So guys, you need these following things: waste paper, water, container, strainer and cotton clothes. So without any further delay, let's just start the process how I made these paper. So first we are going to need some used paper or newspaper that you might want to recycle. I'm using newspaper, so I'm just gonna tear these paper into small pieces. Make sure you cut them in small pieces. You can use the scissors too, but make sure it's cut down in a smaller pieces. So the second step is we need to soak them into water. Make sure you use a big bowl to soak the paper. So some people leave it for 1 to 2 hours. That depends upon the thickness of the paper. If you are using the thick sheets, then I would suggest you to leave it for 24 hours to get a smooth pulp out of it. I think for these kind of paper which I am using, 20 to 30 minutes is more than enough. So guys, it's been 20 minutes. The paper has already soaked enough water. So I'm gonna just blend them into a mixer, which is our third step. So we are supposed to make the pulp out of it. This is how it's gonna look. You leave some water in it so that it's blend smoothly, and once you are done blending it, make sure you clean the jar and close the jar properly. So guys, now I will blend these paper in a mixer. Make sure you blend it. So pulp is ready. I blend it for almost a minute. This is how it will look. Like, you do not need to blend it more than that. It's fine. It's okay because any which way it's going to settle down and make a paper out of it. So let's move to the next step. For the next step, you need a container like this and a chimney or a strainer, whatever you like to call it. I have a round one that you can easily find it in a kitchen. Any other shape will do. If you have a square one, that's a great thing. It will eventually look like a square page. But since I have a round one, so I am going to make a round paper, and make sure that the container that you are using to make the paper is bigger than your strainer. So let's start making the papers. Okay, so first one I'm gonna show you without any color or without any texture. Take a spoon full of the pulp and mix it with the water. I think I need more pulp, so I will take 2 good spoon of the pulp. Make sure you mix it with the water. And then what you need to do is you have to put your strainer inside it and slowly scoop up, then put the paper fiber that has a settle on your channel. As you can see, it is making something, right? So those fibers are settling down at the bottom and the water is draining out of the strainer. So now I will put this strainer over this bowl. So now I will take another strainer and follow the same step. Make sure you add adequate water to make this process. So now I will once again slowly scoop up the strainer so that the paper gets settled down. As you can see in the video, I am doing this. Make sure water is fully drained. So once you have drained the water, you need to press it. So what you are going to do when you are preparing, either take the container and put the strainer over it, or you can do it on a plate so that there is enough space at the bottom for the water to drain. And take any cotton fabric, or if you have sponge, great, you can use it sponge or to soak out the extra water from the paper. But I am using my old towel because this is what I have. The next thing you just need to do is that put this towel over the strainer and start slowly tapping over it with your fingers. As you can see, it's soaking water, right? So you can see there is still good amount of water in this. So you don't need to press it hard. If you press hard, your paper might tear. As you can see, I am slowly tapping over the stainer so that more water can be absorbed, and some of the water is also draining down in the pan that I have used at the bottom. So it will take a time. We just need to gently tap over it again and again so that all the water can be absorbed. You just need to repeat this procedure again and again until and unless it does not look like this. As you can see, it has given a paper-like look. I think that's enough. So, yep, slowly take the fabric off. Make sure that the paper does not get spoiled. What you need is another fabric or a dry fabric where you will flip it and then leave it to dry. This is the fabric I have got. This is my an old t-shirt which is I'm using for this. So I'm gonna spread the fabric and I'm going to flip the stainer. As you can see, half of this is already flipped and slowly dab. So after tapping for a few minutes, then slowly remove the stainer. As you can see, the paper is over the fabric now. It's exactly looking like chapati. After you are done spreading over the fabric, fold the fabric top of the paper and tap it again. And if you have a balloon, or you can use this kind of balloon over this, as you can see in the video how I am using this. So also make sure that you don't push it hard. Okay, so why we are doing this is because the texture are
Firstly,
uneven. We will compress and it will slowly absorb the water if it had any. So lot of people what they do is they use ironing. That is also a nice way to dry your paper instantly, but I would leave it like that only. So this is how your paper gonna look like. I will leave this paper overnight to dry. So do not touch it until and unless it is fully dry, or else you will end up tearing it. So after keeping it for a overnight, this is how it will look.